We first introduced you to Jerrod Niemann just over a year ago when he played a show for the Opry Trust Fund with buddies Jamey Johnson and Randy Houser. Since then, he's become a household name with the help of his catchy hit, Lover Lover. When that song hit #1, we had a chance to celebrate with Jerrod and writer Daniel Pritzker at BMI.
I'm here with Dan Pritzker. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
What a great song and a catchy melody. Talk a little bit about when you wrote the song. The morning you wrote it, I overheard a little bit of the story.
It was a true story. My daughter Nancy, right over there, was about 3 years old, and her mom was taking her out for a walk, and she hadn't made coffee. And when I got out of bed, Karen made the coffee in the morning, and I went and got it. And this morning she didn't make any coffee, so I put the kettle on the boil and went and threw a guitar on and wrote, "Lover, lover, you don't treat me no good no more."
Whoa, lover, 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 you don't treat me no good no more.
We are here with the man himself, Mr. Jerrod Niemann with Lover Lover, #1 today at BMI. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's bizarre. I've been to a bunch of these for my friends, just so I'm kind of confused. I'm like looking for one of my friends to walk in, then I'm realizing it's for our team.
Isn't this cool? So let's talk a little bit about your career, because basically I read a story where you were just like a little, I don't know, at a moment where you were just like, whatever, you're talking to Jamey Johnson and he inspired you to go in and just be creative and do a record.
Yep. Yeah, I was been through a couple record deals that didn't definitely go my way, and then kind of had nowhere else to turn, and someday you kind of just look in the mirror and you're like, whoa, that's not who moved to town. But that's where friendships come in, and guys like Jamey and other wonderful songwriters and artists contributed their talents to the record, whether it be playing on it or singing on it or writing it, and that's why we're also celebrating Dan Pritzker today, originally from Sonia Dada, who put the song out. So it's exciting to get a chance to meet and visit with him, and I don't know, it's just going to been a great day. So.
Which brings me to that, because you're a songwriter and you write amazing, like a #1 for Garth Brooks. And how in the world did you find? I mean, were you a fan of this song? How'd you find it?
Yeah, it's just I grew up in Southwest Kansas, and it was the song of the summer when we spent the year at the pool. I had the album, my sister did, my brother did, and we just thought it was you think it's on planet Earth knows anything that you do. So through the years, I'd hear it at different outlets and stuff, and it, of course, gets stuck in your head. And I finally just thought, man, it'd be fun to do a version of it. And originally, as I was going to have a bunch of different country artists sing on it and try to make it kind of a cool vocal event, and it just worked out. Me and Dave Brainerd and our drummer were the only three that really contributed to the actual creative process. I sang the parts, Dave played acoustic guitar and bass, and then our drummer played the drums. So that's really all it was. So instead of trying to overproduce it, we just it wasn't broken, so we didn't try to fix it. Kind of emulated the best we could their version with a few minor changes. But I don't know, it just was sort of an accident, and I'm just glad that he could make it. I know he's real busy.
Lover, 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 you don't treat me no good no more.
I think that's really cool that you guys got to go in and just be creative on your own. You didn't have a lot of people telling you how to make it, what to make, what they were going to release, and then you teamed up with the record label. Is that pretty much how it worked?
Yeah, I finished the album and turned it into a publishing company that I write for, that Brad Paisley happens to be a co-owner of, and Brad liked it along with the other owners, and they presented it to Sony and just said, hey, we think this is cool, maybe we should give it a shot, and that's kind of how it happened. And before the ink was really even dry on the paper, the song was already out, and it was just like, whoa, I've been in Nashville a long time, and it was still even kind of, pretty overwhelming. So.
Everything just lined up perfectly.
Yeah, so it doesn't happen every day, but I'm just glad that in this case it lined up for me. But there's, as you mentioned, Dave and Dan Pritzker and many other people involved, from Brian Kolb, another one of our friends who mixed it, and there's just so many people involved that are getting to experience it together for the first time. So today, David Brainerd might be my secret, but today the secret's out.
Well, the truth, it hurts to say.
It warms my heart to no end to know that every time he takes the stage for the rest of his life, he will play that song. And if he doesn't, y'all will be angry at him, right?
Lover, 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 you don't treat me no good no more.
Although Jerrod already has a #1 hit as one of the writers of Good Ride Cowboy, this first chart topper as an artist is especially sweet. We still have lots more ahead, including a visit with an incredible duo. You won't want to miss it. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Keith.
And I'm Michelle.
And we're Burns and Poe.
And we are coming up next on Inside Music Row.